Hate is on the rise in San Diego, and the examples are everywhere. Just last weekend, City of Coronado Director of Recreation and Golf Services, Roger Miller, and his wife, Sandra Miller, were filmed after allegedly hurling anti-Asian racist slurs towards an Asian American couple while shopping in Orange County. Roger Miller is currently on administrative leave pending an independent investigation by the City of Coronado. His wife was fired from her job at a school in Temecula. Jason Paggio is a Coronado resident and CEO and president of the Asian Business Association in San Diego. He was disturbed by Miller's behavior and the city's response.
It was really disappointing hearing that somebody had been employed that long. And, this doesn't come out of nowhere. It's not out of a vacuum that, people must have heard his actions and what he had done in the past.
Paggio has lived in San Diego County his whole life. He says the past few years have changed how he sees the region.
We know that that's just the tip of the iceberg for how others feel around town. So it's surprising. It's not the San Diego I know and what I grew up in. So it's really disheartening.
In the city of San Diego, the number of hate crimes reported by the San Diego Police Department nearly doubled last year. District Attorney Summer Steffen says her office prosecuted 30 hate crime cases in 2021 and received around 300 reports of hate incidents.
We definitely saw a rise in hate crimes, even as compared with 2020, which was already quite an increase, but we saw an even wider increase in 2021. And race-based hate crimes top the list.
This uptick in hate and hate crimes is not just happening locally. Brian Levin, director of the Center for the Study of Hate and Extremism at Cal State San Bernardino, says hate crimes in major U.S. cities went up 46% in 2021.
So nationally, for instance, New York, L.A., Chicago hit century highs, along with some other places.
Nationwide, race-based hate crimes are still primarily directed against Black Americans.
So in most cities, anti-Black is going to be the highest. And anti-Black has been the highest nationally as long as we've been collecting data.
But over the past few years, hate crimes against Asian Americans have increased the most. That number went up a whopping 339% nationwide in 2021. Levin says major events and political rhetoric contribute to spikes in hate.
We had these conspiracy theories really get anchored, and stereotypes and bigotries that are directed against various groups, particularly racial groups, really get anchored in 2020. Anti-Asian with respect to COVID. Anti-Black with respect to the George Floyd lynching. And the social justice protests.
Here in San Diego, the DA's office found that 12% of all hate crimes reported to them in 2021 were against Asian Americans. Steffen says this is likely an undercount, and they only capture a snapshot of the impact hate has on a community.
Hate crimes have a ripple effect. They don't just make someone feel unsafe and terrorized, who is the direct victim. They make everyone that shares the identity, the race of that individual also feel unsafe.
That feeling of not being safe is something that Paggio has been hearing from local Asian business owners. And it's taking a toll on him too.
Yeah, I mean, not just, it's very heavy hearing it, as much as we have in the last couple of years here.
Still, Paggio appreciates that the issue is being tracked and hopes it inspires people to action.
I think we need allies across the board in every community. We need people standing up for us and being in solidarity with our communities.
Cristina Kim, KPBS News.